All right, thank you so much for joining us on this video. I want to take this portion of the video now and talk real quickly about the Live Labs products. We're all a product of the product ourselves, and so I just want to show you real quick. Here's our Hydro Pro drops. I don't know if the light's too good here that you can see those. So we have one product. It comes in 3 different forms. We've got the Hydro Pro drops, which is a mint flavored. You just put a dropper full under your tongue, or you can put it in the beverage. Or a beverage, and then these are the gel caps. These are more, so this is instantly absorbed because of our nano emulsion technology. So it's microclustered so small that it can go right into your system. The gel caps, on the other hand, because they have to go through the digestive system, is in your system longer. So it's really good for people that want the CBD in your system longer, and like for those with digestive issues, etc. And then the final application would be a balm, and it is the balm. It really does a good job at relieving aches and pains and things like that. My cat scratched me the other day on my tummy pretty good, trying to jump up, and he missed. One of those where, and so I put the salve on, and I have diabetes, so sometimes it takes a little longer to heal. But I'm telling you, like in the next day or two, it was almost completely healed. I'm like, are you serious? That's crazy. So it's really good for me, as a diabetic, for helping with wound healings. Now, before I go any further, let me say that we're going to share, so each of us are going to share our experience with the product so far. Again, this is Live Labs, a CBD company. Top notch. I think it's superior to anything else out there. But these statements have not been approved by the FDA. They're not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure anything out there. Please do your own due diligence about CBD, or of course any supplement you take. The studies are out there. The testimonies are out there, so it's up to you to do your due diligence. We are just sharing our own personal experience, or the experience of some of our friends and family that we've shared this with. So my name is Cyndie Shelton. I appreciate you jumping on this video. I have been in Live Labs for just a couple weeks here. I've been in CBD for a couple years. The company I was with kind of went through a restructure. I was never really happy with the comp plan and some of those things that changed. A good friend who is a top earner in this industry, and he doesn't do anything that isn't top notch. When he told me about this, I wanted to give it a try, and I'm really, really glad I did. So when I I'm just going to be real here with, I'm heavier, and so with my body weight, sometimes I have to take higher dosages, or I may not notice the effects of something. Sometimes for months. I mean, 3 months or 9 months. That's kind of the way it is with some supplements anyway. You might not feel it for 3 months. You have to be on it like 3 months or maybe 6 months or longer, to notice the effects. From the first day, one of the first things I noticed is that how deeply I slept that first night. My husband too. And then also with the energy. So I had to be careful in the timing of I had to be careful in the timing of taking this. Some people can take it at night and it helps them sleep really well. I had to take mine earlier in the day because I have so much energy, but then I still sleep well at night. So for me, that was a win-win. And then the salve really works well, like with sore muscles. I've been helping my husband with his shoulder and knee. Now, my thing with me is my knees are really, really, really bad. I need a double knee replacement, a lot of pain all the time. And so I've been just taking this inwardly, but then putting the balm on, just once or twice a day. And there's been a couple times I've walked or I've done something, I'm like, I'm not in pain because I'm in constant pain. And I'm like, it has to be CBD. It's the only thing I've done differently. And then as I hear more testimonials, we have this little thing. Do one of you girls have like the trial vials you could hold up and show what they look like? Okay, so that little trial vial that Rachel's holding up, those are a 5-day trial that you can try. Rachel, can you take it out of the box? Yeah, Dottie's got the box where you get 5 in there. But each vial itself is a 5-day trial. And yep, a little bottle like that. So that's 5 days worth that she's holding up there. So I'm having people that's taken a half a dose or taken 1 dose message me like, hey, that hemp oil really works, or that CBD oil is amazing. And so what we're just going to do here real quick is just share our own personal results, or results of family members and friends, and just let everybody, you can read the message maybe that someone sent you to share with others, so we can get the word out about how this is helping. It's cool to go to YouTube and you're going to find a lot of CBD testimonials, but it's way cooler when they're people your neighbors, your friends, your family, friends on Facebook. So that makes it really cool. So Rachel, I'm gonna let you go first. Just share it, and if you just started maybe, you don't have an experience with it yet or whatever, that's fine. But if you have something you want to share, just go right ahead.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Rachel. I've actually started like 2 weeks, like a little after Cyndie did. I've got a couple friends taking it, but they just started like last night. I've been taking it, taking the capsules and the oil, and I always have trouble sleeping. It has helped me with sleeping. And I've been taking the balm, or using the balm, excuse me, I've got an Achilles tendon, I'm guessing, on my left leg, but I mean, it's swollen and it hurts pretty bad sometimes, and it's worse at night. So I will use the balm at night, and it doesn't bother me at night. I mean, it's helped a lot.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Great to hear, Rachel. Okay. Anybody that you've shared it with that has had any results yet, or you haven't heard back?
I haven't heard back yet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. All righty. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Diane.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, I have a friend that started taking it about 8 days ago, and he has diabetes and he has high blood pressure, and also he has kidney disease. And about on the second day, we noticed that his sugars in the morning were in the hundreds, and they had been running around the 150 range. And also on his blood pressure, it had been running about 159, and he had taken his blood pressure consecutively for the last 5 days. It's been 135 over 75 or 78. So I have to top that up to him taking the CBD oil. And then myself, I didn't start taking mine until about 6 days ago, and I've got a broke shoulder. And when I went in to talk to the pharmacist, I realized that I could reach out and shake her hand, and I hadn't been able to do that since the shoulder's broke. And I can lift my elbow. It's still painful, so I use the rub just so it's not going to be painful, but I can shake somebody's hand now.
Diane, that's awesome, because I know that was a really, really bad break. And if I remember correctly, you haven't had any surgery or setting or anything on it yet, right?
Not yet.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Even after therapy, I had like 12 or 15 bouts of therapy, and I couldn't even shake someone's hand when they come up. I just have to stick my hand up, at my side. But now I can reach out. See? Look at me.
That is awesome. Wow. That's the first time I heard that testimonial. That's great.
That just happened like yesterday or the day before. I went to see the pharmacist, and I had been taking it, and so I said, well, look here.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Thank you for sharing. Yes. All right. So Samantha, you're next on my screen. Let me unmute you here. Samantha's pretty new with us, so I don't know. I don't want to speak for you. I don't know if you have anything yet that you want to share, or.
No, not yet. My name is Samantha, but not yet.
Okay. Yeah, well, the cool thing is, like I said, is giving away those selling those trial vials. You can get one of them for $20. I usually charge like $3 extra for the shipping. It doesn't cover all of it, but it's a little bit of an average, so it can save you a little money that way. But I know that Samantha's working on getting those trial vials out as well, and I'm sure you'll have some results to share with us very soon as well. Thank you, Samantha.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Dottie Rogers.
Hi, Cyndie. You want me just to go ahead and tell a little bit?
Yeah, just go ahead and share your experience here.
Okay, well, I have only had my product for like a week now. and I did take it. Like Cyndie, I've had one knee replaced and need the other one replaced. So I still have some pain even in the one that was replaced, which seems kind of not right, but I do. And a lot of pain in the one that in my left knee that needs replacing. I have deteriorated disc in my back, so I have a lot of back and hip pain. And the drops, and well, I've taken the drops and I've taken the gel tabs at different times, and it definitely has helped with the pain level in my knees and my back. And I'm resting better at night. I had gotten to where I would wake up at night with my knees hurting so bad I could hardly rest. And I don't wake up with them hurting in the night anymore like I was. My niece came over one day, let's see, Tuesday afternoon. A little history on her. She had lung cancer, and they removed her left lung. And she has had spots on her right lung, so she's, still not out of the woods even with her right lung. But she came, and we went ahead and gave her some drops, and I think she took the gel tab too, maybe. She wanted to try both at the same time. And she also had a scar that she put some balm on. And before she left even, she said that she was feeling better. And so I messaged her a little later that afternoon, and I asked her how she was feeling, and she said she was feeling amazing, that, she hadn't had any back pain like she normally does. By the end of the day, she just didn't have any pain in her back. So that was good. And then, so the next day I checked on her, and she said she was still doing great, that she hadn't had any back pain, hardly. She had some that day, but she was able to wait until much later in the day to take her prescription medicine. And she used some of the balm on her temples when she had a headache, and it relieved it almost immediately. Her daughter, who is pregnant, so we weren't sure about giving her drops or anything, but she also rubbed the balm on her daughter's temple. She has been having a lot of migraines, and within 10 minutes her headache was relieved. So I thought that was great too.
That's awesome. I can attest to the headache thing. I had one the other day, and I don't get headaches very often, but rubbing it on my temple, and then my back behind my ear a little bit on my neck, it relieved it. I could not believe how, and I'm not quick to take like ibuprofen or Tylenol or whatever. I'm trying not to.
Me either.
Kind of suffer through, but I thought I might as well try it. It works. So that's awesome. So thank you for that, Dottie. That's a wonderful testimonial. All right. Was there anything else that you want to share, Dottie, or is that it for you?
No, I've had some other, one or two others that are getting good results, but nothing as definitive as my niece was yet. So awesome. My daughter took some. We're waiting to see how it does with her. So she's just started.
That's wonderful. I've been sharing where or seeing in our testimonials group where people are giving it to their children, they're giving it to their dogs. I think, Samantha, maybe you even asked about, was that something? Yeah, do you want to, let me unmute you here. There we go.
I did try it on Maggie. She's when that storm came through, Hurricane Florence, with the thunderstorm, she's scared of the lightning and the thunder. So when she hear that rain hitting the window, she goes crazy. But I gave her some of those drops, and she didn't even pay it no more mind.
So it kept her calmer than what she would normally be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
she would get so nervous to where anything open, doors, the dryer, wash machine, she's jumping in and out of trying to hide. So that's how panic she gets. But I gave her that drop, and I had to keep checking on her to make sure she was all right.
I think what we need to and explain to people is it's not because there's THC in it, because there's no THC in this. It's not that THC is what's in marijuana that causes the hallucinogenic and the, like the wow man, I'm chilling, dude, kind of kind of thing. But this is non-THC, and it still has a calming effect on anxiety and stress. So that's great. So see, you did have a testimonial to share there, Samantha. That's cool. All righty, thank you. Okay, and then Terry, let's go ahead and let you share.
Okay, well, I want to start off by saying, like Cyndie, I've tried other CBDs over the last year and a half. And I have to say, for me personally, this is the best that I'm finding for myself and for people that I'm sharing it with. Everybody's results could vary, but I've had some experience with it, and I'm really happy to be sharing this with people because it really works. So I have some neighbors and a few people close to me that have some great testimonials. I have an elderly neighbor who fell recently and broke the upper bone in her arm. And I gave her the balm, which gives it instant relief. The swelling, the bruising, everything has gone down a lot. I think faster than it might have otherwise. And she also takes the drops, and I think it takes the edge off, but it does it instantly. I mean, it's taking what could be a really difficult situation, and yes, that 3 times a day gets rubbed on her shoulder and her arm, and she instantly feels relief. And let's see, then I have another neighbor who had some aches and pains, and I gave her some of the balm, and I had her rub it in. I said, I don't know if it'll work immediately. Let me know what happens. And she goes, oh no, it already started working.
Wow.
It doesn't ache anymore. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
And then I have someone else close to me who's going through chemotherapy right now, and she had a pretty major surgery recently. She's putting the balm on a very large scar, and sometimes it's painful in that area, and the balm gives her instant relief. And like I said, she's going through chemo right now. She's taking the oil, and she's able to function. She's able to go out. She was feeling not so great before she started it. And the first time she took it, within probably less than a half hour, she went from not feeling up to doing anything and feeling really bad to saying that, to her mom, she wanted to go out. And they went out for the afternoon, and she said, I'm feeling like myself. So, and it helps her sleep. And so, these are really amazing things. And I feel we're all blessed to be able to have this for ourselves and to share with others, because it's really making a difference. And lastly, my neighbor who's elderly, who recently broke her arm, the doctor wanted to give her a narcotic drug for the pain. And I actually took her to emergency, and I told the doctor I didn't think it was a good idea, and I wanted to give her CBD oil. And the doctor said, go ahead. And that's what we've been doing. So we're taking care of the pain naturally.
That's awesome. Wow, Terry, those are phenomenal testimonies. Now, wasn't it one of you that, and you bringing up the doctors brought up another thought, is that this isn't just quacko wacko, people out there. There are doctors and pharmacists. Wasn't it one of you that even shared that your pharmacist wanted a trial vial? Was that one of you guys that had mentioned that? Was that you, Diane? Let me unmute you.
That was me with the pharmacist yesterday. I just stopped after I got the prescription I was picking up for my friend, and I said, I want to talk to the pharmacist. And she came over there and she said, yes. And I said, have you ever heard of CBD? She said, yes, I have seen a lot of studies on it. And we do have cannabinoid receptors in our body. And I do know that they need to be replenished. And she said, why? Do you sell it? And I said, well, yes. Matter of fact, let me get you a trial vial. And she, boy, just went over there and got her purse. And after I showed her my arm, well, she opened up that vial and put it under her tongue and let it sit there. So.
You know, that's a good idea that you said that let it sit there, maybe not swallow it so quick. I mean, I usually swallow it kind of good, but it is flavorful enough. It's sweet and flavorful enough you could leave it even sit there, and it's probably even better.
It's
and I
supposed
think, Terry,
to, yeah, that's what she said, to leave it sit under your
in
tongue.
there for a while. Okay.
It gets absorbed. Yes, under the tongue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's great. That's good to know.
When you put it under the tongue, that's the best way for it to absorb into your body and the fastest way. So if you can put it under your tongue and leave it there, 30 seconds, a minute if you can, a couple minutes.
Wow.
That's what I do.
Oh, I'm going to start doing that. I haven't been doing that long. And this is the one CBD oil. I feel like I can because I have another one. I'm not going to hold it up. But it from my old company, and it tastes like oil, It's not the kind you could, I did go ahead and put it in my mouth and just chase it quick with water or juice. But this you actually can leave there without the aftertaste, the bitter, the oily.
It tastes good.
It does. It tastes good.
It tastes good. Definitely.
Well, I'm going to share just quickly a couple more testimonials. One was from my neighbor. She bought a trial vial. I was telling her that my husband and I both slept so well last night, and the balm he had hurt his shoulder, and I was sharing with her that. She says, that's great. I took some this morning, and she had been sick the day before. Took some this morning and definitely have more energy than yesterday and feeling better. Hoping it's the oil. Will continue throughout the week and keep you posted. And then later that same evening, she says, I have to say, I'm feeling so much better. I'm a tad stuffy yet, but barely. I'm thinking it has to be the CBD. And she said, between you and me, I got my monthly friend, and I usually suffer very bad cramps, but not today. She said, this is crazy. And I thought that is such a cool testimony, because one of the testimonies I heard that a gentleman shared about his child that was like throwing up like hundreds of times within a month, or like 100. I think it was like maybe 150 times over a period of months. Maybe, I don't want to exaggerate that. But taking the CBD oil not only helped that, it helped. There were many other things that it helped that they weren't expecting. Because we tend to think about the things that are hurting us the most or causing the most aggravation or whatever. But it has, and Diane, you mentioned it about the cannabinoids. You said it, wow. But there are receptors in our body that cannot communicate with each other the way properly, because of our bodies are in bad shape, or the food we eat and the things we drink or whatever. But this allows those receptors to communicate and bring our bodies back into balance. So I want to share another testimonial of a gal that bought a trial vial here, and let me find her real quick. Sorry, pardon me here. So she said, oh, hey, so I'd sent them to her. This is all right in the middle of Florence, like Samantha had referred to. And so I woke up a couple mornings after I'd sent it to her. She said, hey, I need to share something with you about God's timing. Yesterday, I had an appointment with my orthopedic surgeon. She told me I was headed for a hip replacement or back surgery. She told me I have been in so much pain. I have not been sleeping, nor can I walk without assistance or a cane. I took the oil when I got home. It was in the mailbox. So I was not paying too much attention when I got it from the couch without wincing. I thought to myself, well, that extra pillow must have helped. I came back, I went to work on the computer, started to get tired. So I took my regular meds, went to sleep. I slept so peaceful and rested. I actually rested. I got up and my hip was not hurting. I had to sit there a moment and think, what is going on? And she's like, cannabis oil, girl, day one. This is working. The second I can get the money, I'm ordering the time release capsules. Now I have a couple people wanting to buy it. How do I get referral credit to get mine cheaper? I am sold. That is just a fantastic, such a fantastic testimonial. And then she touched on something that I kind of want to, I have other testimonies. A guy with cerebral palsy that always has pain in his legs. He took a half a dose, and for the first time in a long time, his legs weren't in pain. I mean, so there are so many other testimonies I could share, but this gal touched on something, you know, I am sold at, you know, how do I have a referral credit that I can get mine cheaper? And so one of the things that Live Labs does, you can become a promoter. And I think all of us on this call, this video, are promoters. We actually, you know, are actually, this is our business, you know, that we are working on building and earning an income with. But you as a customer, Rachel, can you hold up that vial again, or somebody that has it close by? You can purchase this vial and try it for yourself. Get back to the person that gave you the video, if it was one of the people on this video, or maybe someone else, you know, handing you, anyway, get back to the person that gave you this video, see how to get your 5-day trial, and then become a customer. And when you become a customer, you actually, as a customer, get a referral link. You're not building a business. You're not earning income. You know, not everybody, a lot of people want to try their product, but they don't want a business. But they would love to learn how to get their product free. So we have it set up within this company that, yes, even as a customer, you can get a referral link. And as you share it with 3 other people become active customers. As long as they're active, you get yours for free. And so I think that makes us even more powerful, you know, for those that just want the product and would like to get their product for free. That's how you can do it. And so there'll be information in the description below, and the contact information for the person for you to get back with. So get back with them, you know, contact them on Facebook or email, or call them or whatever, and check out any links in the description. Learn more about this product, do your due diligence, and then get back with the person that gave you this video. So thank you, ladies, all of you, for being on here with me. I appreciate you sharing your testimonials, and we'll see you next time.